Hello and welcome to the Diva of DOOL lives. This is Carrie. You can find me on Twitter at Diva of DOOL. We have a new Instagram page, Diva_of_DOOL, Facebook page, Diva of DOOL, and also we're on YouTube and every week, Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So tonight we have Jenn.
Hey, I'm at REXJDK at Twitter.
Hi, I'm at Mama_Hooch on Twitter and on Facebook and Instagram.
Froze for a second. I was like, oh no. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. The Wi-Fi connection is still working. Oh, VPN network, so it's not you know, I say things to everyone. The good thing I'm not with the hotspots. Anyway, you can find me at Causing Hooch on Instagram.
Oh yes, I've listened to all three. There's an introduction, and there's a part 1 and 2, and it's called The Great Escape, and it's on Spotify. I think it's on Apple Plus, all the major podcasts. But it's called The Great Escape, and what it is, the introduction starts with when he made his own trip and went like the journey of the Holy Family, their escape from Herod, and outlined all where they went. And then part 1 starts with that story. And it starts with one of the wise men telling the story of this cave to these people. And there's great sound effects. And he'll even do the part of Herod and the different parts using different voices, his different, voices. Yeah, it's very interesting, very well done. So if you get a chance, check it out. It's really good. I like this. I like the Lost Treasures was great, but I like this story better. It's well done, and he's a great storyteller. I mean, yeah, it was very well done. So get a chance to check that out. I don't know if part two dropped. I know part 1 did, and I think the introduction.
I think that's what I saw. I didn't get a chance to listen to it because I just saw it on Spotify. I was like,
yeah, for some reason it was taking a while to come up on Spotify. I was finding it on other podcast places, but Spotify. But I know there's something he has something on his Facebook page about it. He also has something on his Twitter page about it, and all the links to the different topics. So, and he is also supposed to be on Audition Days tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah. So he should be on, is it at 1? I'm not sure the time. I don't know. Does anybody know when they do Audition Days all the time? I don't know. It might be like 1 o'clock here. Or I don't know. I'm not sure when it is. But anyway, if you look it up or listen to Audition Days, he's supposed to be on there. But Tony's not on there with, So he was hoping Tony. Because those two they have a thing. They have this great rapport. They get always tease Tony about a question. Is there a question there? And every time Tony sees him, he asks that. That and the pizza rolls. He always gets teased about the certain pizza rolls. So it's a big joke when he goes on these days. Yeah, finally we've seen Tony and Anna together because we've seen Anna. I think she's by herself. I think we've seen Tony by himself. Well, it's been a while since we've seen Tony and Anna. And anyway, he didn't have his Colonel Mustard shirt on. Actually, he looked pretty good. He came in with a brown three-piece suit with a really nice red tie and red manager. Yeah, and he's like looking at the wine. It's like wine is like low, there's not much there, and he's accusing Anna of drinking all the wine and sneaking it. And she says, well, she doesn't sneak it, she just drinks it out of the open. She's not going to sneak it. And she says, well, maybe it's some kind of spit. She kind of points to Stefano, like maybe there's some kind of spirit here. Stefano's spirit is drinking it. He's like, he hates hearing that, like he's not believing it, he's there. Oh, how I wish maybe father is still alive, but I don't think so. The same thing Rafe said. He's too old or whatever.
Yeah.
So so then he proceeds to tell her about his plans to take over DiMera, and he's using Gabi. And she said, why didn't you tell me or something? And he says, well, I'm telling you now. So he says, and he has something in it for her. First she says, oh, does that mean you're going to be, she says, well, what doesn't EJ or Chad want it? And he says, no, but I want to get the DiMera family back for my family. She says, but is this going to hurt our trip to Monte Carlo? And he said, well, no. He said, I'm not going to be in charge. I'm putting Gabi in charge, but I'm still going to be pulling the strings from behind the scenes. But he said something. He says, oh, darling, I always want to make you happy.
Yeah. And he's she's
Yeah.
gonna design for them.
Yes. And he says, well, there's something in it for you too. He said, I saw you doing your fashion designs again, and how you always liked Anna DiMera Designs. So you could do the designs and submit them through, DiMera, and still, so she could be doing that, have her little business there. So, but still be able to travel. So she was happy about that. So then they actually let them kiss a little bit there,
Yeah.
a little bit of an embrace, a little bit of, more than just one little kiss.
Darn it, I was just getting to that point, I guess. I had to cut it off.
Yes, at the end, they let them kiss a little bit. I'm like, geez. Kiss more than once anyway.
Yeah.
So, so that's what's going on with DiMera. They're not, it's just like he's not going to be there. That's the thing. He's not going to be there physically in charge. He's supposed to be in charge, but he's putting Gabi in charge.
You notice he didn't.
So in a way, it's like he's really not in charge to me. So
he didn't even mention Kristen.
Yes, why?
Anna didn't mention her either.
No, and nobody's mentioning Krista. Why doesn't Kristen want it? I guess nobody's really asked her, right? Nobody's asked Kristen if she wants it. And she probably does want it, because, right, it wasn't originally her, and then EJ took it away from her?
Yep. Well,
and then
from EJ, one of them.
And then what? Then EJ kind of got away from it when he was DA.
Yeah.
And now he's with the hospital.
And Kristen was busy with Rachel and her mother, and then Yakis has got it.
And then EJ got shot, right? And then that's when they came in.
Yeah.
And got it. Yeah. And so now Tony has Gabi trying to find out what this big secret is between
Philip and Xander.
Yeah, Philip and So we have that going on. So I don't know if anybody wants to take it from there with Xander and Philip. Well, I guess.
I wanted to
or Philip wasn't on this week, was he?
No.
Well, I was
with the business.
The Day's Instagram, I think it's at Day's Peacock, acknowledged Tony and Anna's only on-screen wedding, which was their second wedding. Was they married off screen and got divorced and remarried. But they said, oh, it's their 40th anniversary. It's like, okay, but why the hell didn't you acknowledge that on the show when they were both on the show this week? That didn't make any sense.
Right, and it was that day.
Right.
It was
correct. Yes.
Jeez.
How messed up is that?
Yeah. Like he didn't say happy 40th anniversary or anything, It was like the characters should have said about their anniversary.
You would think.
And it had a flashback.
The show probably forgot, and then in retrospect was like, shoot, I guess we'll tweet it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always get the short end of the stick all the time.
And I wish they had a redo of that wedding, because that wedding was terrible.
Remember when they had their honeymoon in Bora Bora from their off-screen wedding when they got reunited? It's like that was so pissed off about that.
We had to see John and Marlena kissing.
Ugh.
Well, no, that was the reunion.
Oh, that was another thing.
I'm still mad about that too. Yeah, that's my big grudge.
Yeah.
Is
True.
Yeah, that was they panned from Tana's reunion to that's an old bitter thing. But but then when they got remarried, I guess during that same storyline, we didn't see them till they came back from Bora Bora from their honeymoon and found out that they had gotten married or whatever. And I think they have lunch or brunch with Kate, and who was she with? I don't remember who it was. Anyway, it seemed like that's how we found out that they had just gotten back from Bora Bora.
Yeah.
Still pretty pissed off about that one too. But I'm happy they're on screen right now.
Yeah.
And they never gave them any children either.
No children. And poor Leanne, that
we're losing her.
So beautiful. They gave her that shitty hat to wear and a stupid drop-waisted wedding dress.
Ugh.
I remember Thaao complained they were serving
Yes.
crackers and cheese at the wedding.
My God.
Of course they would complain about that.
Did they have Costco nuts there too?
I was going to say, oh no, we lost our main girl. Oh well. So yeah, but it was so cute seeing them.
Yes. It's always good to see them.
Yes. But now when we see them again, I don't know. But I know we have some Tony scenes coming up, but I don't know about Tony and Anna.
Are we sure it's Tony?
I don't know. I think it is, but you never know. There could always be a twist. I know, but a lot of people out there do think it's Andre.
Yeah.
They think it is. And I think Thaao just plays it a little bit to make everybody to guess. And if they ever decide they want to do it, bring him back, he's done it before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the 90s when he was leaving the show.
Right, exactly.
I knew it was Andre. I'm like, that is not Tony. Tony would not dress like that.
Uh-huh. Just like little things like that. Like, I think there was one time like Tony doesn't smoke, but Andre does.
Oh, yeah.
Something about the glasses, his eyeglasses or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was something with smoking too. Yeah.
Like, that's not Tony.
Yeah. So now he has Gabi. And then Gabi went to Steve. And Steve is investigating. And then Steve went in and got the Freedom from Information Act, which pissed Xander off. So he gets Alex to go find out who's doing this. So then Alex goes.
The second that Xander dropped that with him.
Yeah.
And Alex said, well, I'm no detective. I don't know. I thought the next stop he's going to make is at Patch's office.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to go see Uncle Steve.
Yeah. And so there's him asking, and there's Steve like, okay, yeah.
She is.
Hey.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got unconnected to the internet. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we just started talking about Alex and Steve.
Mm-hmm.
About him getting Alex to investigate who did the Freedom of Information Act. And here it was Steve, and he doesn't know that. But he said there was a Dan Lucas. Now, somebody said, if you go back the history, probably Jenn knows, was that the name that Steve was using under?
He used a name Daniel.
Okay.
Years ago in a storyline that was it centered on Marcus.
Okay.
As a child saw a murder.
Okay, because they said somebody about him using that name that he had used before or something.
Yeah.
I just had seen that.
And what it was a racist religious group.
Okay.
Who bombed the church. And Marcus witnessed it.
Well, I'm trying to remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Marcus, but I'm trying that story. But I don't remember him using that name either. But
yeah,
that's what they said when.
It was when he had surgery to repair his eye.
That's what I was going to ask. Was it when
I remember that?
He had two eyes and bleach blonde, and Caitlin didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part.
He pretended to be a guy named Daniel.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So he's more or less told him, and he says, I don't know if I can find out who's doing this. I don't think I can do this. He says, but I have to tell you, I found something on you.
Yep.
And here he says, do you want to explain? And he said about this whole college prank.
Yeah.
About was indecent exposure. And what did they stole a parrot? Was that what it was? A parrot?
And the parrot was like worth $20,000.
Yeah, they didn't know it was worth like this rare parrot, like all this money, 20,000, 10,000, whatever it was. And then he was trying to get away, and I guess his underwear came down, or his pants came down, and they got him for decent.
This toga fell off.
Yeah.
The toga party, toga fell off. So it was no like big deal, really. I mean, it was a college thing. So.
A tidbit, the storyline I was talking about introduced Mindy Clark to the show, who was John Clark's daughter.
Oh, okay. Well, what part did she play?
She played Faith.
Okay. Okay, I remember she was supposed to be on. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't remember that.
That sounds familiar, Faith. Who was she? What character was she? I mean, how was she on the show? Like, what did she?
She was the head religious guy who bombed the church, his daughter.
Oh, okay.
So she played that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. She didn't know he did it.
Oh, okay.
And,
See, I forget that part.
Yeah.
All right. Little trivia. Day's trivia.
So basically, it seems like Steve's the bone collector of Salem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's investigating half the town right now.
At least they gave him something to do. They gave him a little bit of a story.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like this is all just to cause problems for Stephanie and Alex, and I honestly don't care about those two people. Yeah, my internet's still bad, just letting you guys know. I mean, it'll show keep going, but
It's still there.
yeah, it's saying I'm at 39%. I made it to 40, but yeah, you guys are at 97.
Wow.
All right. Oh, you guys would talk about Chad and Kat in the elevator.
Not really.
You know, apart the characters are fine, but together they just don't work.
I was going to say, as much as they're trying to put these characters in different situations that they're going to supposedly get close, it's just not working. The elevator.
Yeah.
Well, they finally got out, right? And Joel, we talked about that last week, right? Or was that this week?
They finally got out this week.
And Joel,
Can
okay,
I
they
just
got out.
say that even they're probably two of the only characters that could be stuck in an elevator overnight and still have zero chemistry during the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Julie Williams and Chad would have more. That sounds gross, but I don't mean
They
it in
do
a
have
bad
more
way towards
chemistry in a
either of them.
different
But
way.
it's kind of it's a little bit incestuous, even though it's not.
Yeah.
She's not blood related, so I don't mean it in that sense. But I'm saying they would literally have more on screen, just general chemistry locked in there together than those two did.
Yes.
I'm not talking about sexual chemistry. I'm just talking about in general. And then the only thing that was worse than that was Rafe. Anyway.
So then they have the whole thing where Felicity has strep throat. She's in the hospital. She's not feeling good. So Chad picks up her medicine and takes it over to Kat. She's not feeling good. Oh, you have a little bit of a fever.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then she's delirious, I guess. And in her delirium with her fever, she kisses Chad. There wasn't even any chemistry.
But she has strep throat. That's so gross. But I mean, she's so dumb.
So now he's going to be sick. He said, "Oh, I was exposed."
Her sister is sick. She knew she already has symptoms, but she took a pain, a fever. Yeah. So she already knew she was sick too. Yet she basically has Chad show up at their sick house, and he said Charlotte's prone to strep throat.
So dumb.
So that means she's exposing his children to strep throat. And I mean, I've never had strep throat, but I've had high fevers before. I've never started kissing anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
It should have been something he left on the doorstep or had somebody else deliver.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
the people at the pharmacy, don't they have services now where you can pay to have something delivered?
Yes, deliver. Yes. Maybe the new Chad. Maybe there'll be chemistry with the new actor. I don't know if it's just the characters, the actors. I don't know, but it's not working. Maybe Kat and Rafe. If anything,
do you see those scenes where they were trying? He was giving her self-defense lessons. OMG!
She's fantasizing about Chad while she's trying to beat up Rafe.
Yeah, and she thinks she's thinking he's Chad. Yeah.
These two don't. The thing that's cracking me up is that I'm like, for real, if these type of people were running the world's ISA business or whatever intel business, I would be extra.
We'd all be in trouble.
I'm just like, she's basically an analyst.
Right.
But I'm like, I can't see her analyze herself out of a paper bag. So it's just hard so far for me to buy this whole thing.
Yeah. Kelly Jones and James Smith. That's their cover
Is that
names.
what his name is?
Yes. Uh-huh.
How dumb. Just the whole thing's dumb. I'm not buying it for 1 minute. So is he not really with the FBI? Is he really with the ISA? Or is he with both?
It's a joint thing.
Okay, so the FBI is joining with the... Okay, because of course those are the only two brain trusts in the entire Midwest region, apparently. Okay. All right, sorry to be sarcastic.
It's a federal bumbling investigation and the internal stupid organization.
There you go, ISA. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but Back to the hospital, though. So Julie's complaining about Kat to Marlena, and Marlena basically tells her to back off because Julie's like, that's Abigail's husband about Chad, and Marlena's telling her she's, overstepping. Chad tells her he's overstepping, and Susan Seaforth Hayes had the best facial expression of the week, but she sees Kat and Chad holding on to each other in the elevator. I guess look like they're embracing, and she's like,
Yeah.
like she was trying to kill Kat with her eyes, and it was so freaking funny. And I took a screenshot of it and put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah. I've seen that around other places too. People commenting about her, about the look she gave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
But I wish they'd give her something else to do than just like be a roadblock to those two.
Well, Chad suggested she buy the bookstore, so
I'd hope she does.
So yeah.
It's where they're leading, because they wouldn't have built that set for it if they weren't going to do something with it.
Right. She suggested Chad buy it.
And then, of course, we all know that that's leading towards Stephanie's anonymous debut of her naughty, dirty book that is going to be anyway. So, but I did like the way I love Carrie. I think you were saying how Marlena pulled her aside and was like basically in as restrained a fashion as she could as a mental health care professional. It was like, knock it off, but like the professional version.
Yeah.
Like,
Marlena
I was waiting for her to smack her in the face and be like, snap out of it or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But and then Chad, he was very firm with her too when she was rattling on about it, and he was loving but also firm that he's like, I don't want to hear one more word about it. Like I'm drawing a line here, and then it really kind of pulled her out of herself for a second, and she kind of saw, between Marlena and him saying, she's like, you know what, I've had this problem my whole life, and so
That's her
that was
flaw.
interesting. I like that she had like
admitted it.
a flash of awareness and acknowledgement, and it was, in a way, it was so human too, because I think a lot of us find ourselves in moments where we're like, dang it, I'm making the same stupid, whatever it is, habit or decision again. So I don't know. I thought the writing and the acting were really good with those scenes.
Yeah, and that's Marlena's assistant too, so she does have a connection with Kat.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
Oh, and speaking of connections, Sami came into town. So
what
you guys think of
Oh yeah, that was
Monday.
With some scenes, yeah.
That was good. I mean, I thought there were some really good emotional, flashbacks and stuff, and
she was in causing trouble
with her and John. Yeah. When she was talking to his picture.
And Sami, in her older years, has become more self-aware and more acknowledging of that. But I did feel, I mean, I know she was acting, but I also felt like when she was looking at the pictures of John, I was like,
she's thinking of
these kids, I mean, she and Christy Clark go back so many decades with him,
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
And what I found impressive with both Christy and her flashbacks and how they wove them in with the conversations and the, all that I think it's pretty damn impressive of the genre to be able to literally have modern present day actors. Maybe they're not on the show regularly anymore or whatever, but to be able to have genuine flashbacks that really happen on the show. And you can tell it's the same kid. It's the kids that have grown into, 40-year-old, 50-year-old adults, that's really special. I mean, as far as if we just step outside of just Days of Our Life, it's really special that, and it explains, I think, a lot of why so many of us, stayed with the show for so long and with the genre for so long, is there is that connection. There is that history. And they were sort of like there along the way with our hallmarks of life as well, or our, not that it's in real, I mean, it's still a show, but I just think it's really cool because there's no other TV show, there's really no other genre of that kind of thing where you can literally have flashbacks from 40 years ago, and you can see that's the same child, that's the child that's now become this woman that's doing this scene. So I don't know, and they weren't fake flashbacks, they were genuine. So I don't know, I just was kind of touched by those, both when Christy Clark was on and then when Alison Sweeney came back. That was really neat.
Yeah, and it didn't move me at first when it was just Marlena and Sami. Because it kind of felt like Sami was doing the me thing, and it's like you're really supposed to be here to
for your mother.
Mom. But then when she was alone by herself with John's photo, that's when I started tearing up.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's, maybe because she was being a bit more composed with Marlena, and then when she was alone, she let herself.
She regretted everything she did, more or less.
Yeah.
Telling you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the trouble she caused and how she treated him.
And I'm glad
she wasn't too nice.
No.
No, but at the same time, too, I mean, I have sympathy for her. I mean, she walked in on her parents.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, that's traumatized, especially for a teenage girl. That's,
yeah.
You know.
Though what she did to her sister was rotten, and Carrie did not deserve it.
Oh, then she kidnapped Belle and tried to give her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to give her away
on the black market.
No wonder they don't get along.
Yeah, and we did have a scene with Sami and Johnny too.
Yeah,
even though it wasn't much.
Yeah. Then they hugged. That was a nice hug and everything. I thought that was neat.
But Sydney's broken leg is more important than Johnny being on trial for
murder.
Like, she's a grown. I mean, how old is she? Come on, she can. I think
I have a feeling. Didn't somebody insinuate that it probably wouldn't be the best idea for Sami to be sitting there in the courtroom?
Yeah,
that's another. Yeah, they did say that.
With both of
that's the better excuse.
The defense attorney and the prosecutor. She both has very volatile histories with, and so the whole thing's a cluster. When you get to the point where you want to talk more about the courtroom, I have some comments about juries. The jury.
What jury?
Leo.
See them. Yeah.
Well, if I can jump in right now, I'll say it. I was just cracking up when they're at the. First of all, Leo should have just been sequestered on his own. I mean, he just be in like a phone booth, an old phone booth or something. Just like no, but the fact that he's in the house with one of the witnesses and also a potential other suspect, and also all the other ways that this whole thing was messed up, that she had Rafe's gun and, and I'm sitting here thinking, and Leo's online looking at all this stuff. They usually tell jurors to not consume anything online, which I'm sure some people break that rule, but ethically you really shouldn't if that's what you're, dealing with. So the fact that he's like reading about it and everything, I don't know. The whole thing, this whole thing is like just
it needs to be over.
Yes.
Cluster from beginning to end.
Just tell us who did it. Like, come on, just break the secret now.
I gotta say that for a case like that, man, that'd be hard for me not to go down the rabbit hole and do research and see what
yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be that's a huge temptation.
Well, and in a way, because there's so many close parts, they really probably should have been sequestered just because of the nature of it. But the whole thing is so ludicrous to begin with because nobody's questioning why Belle recused herself, and then suddenly the judge insists that she be the one. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think you can even do that technically. I don't know. I know EJ was behind that, but just
EJ was.
But anyway.
Pay off the judge. Not that judge, but another judge.
But what else is funny about it is all the felonies that people are admitting to while they're testifying or witnessing.
Even Roman.
Yeah, all of them. Like every single person.
Yeah, but they're getting away with it.
Yeah, well, when you borrowed your brother's service revolver... I mean, because whether she was convicted or not wrongly, Gabi also has a record. I mean, I don't know. It just the whole thing is just and then it's like, and then the defense attorney also raped his
ex-father,
and ends up impregnating her with the kid that's accused of killing it. I was attempting to kill him. It's just head twisting. It's just when can a mistrial
Nothing makes sense.
When is the mistrial gonna happen? That's what I want to know. Anyway,
they tried for it.
Huh?
They tried for it. The judge
tried for it.
For it.
You didn't
Okay.
see
On
Friday. They
Friday,
tried for.
no, I haven't seen Friday yet because that would make sense if
Boy,
somebody said that.
you missed the fireworks.
Oh boy, well, I'll see. I'll watch it tonight. I just didn't get finished
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
But okay, so anyway, so that was my thing. I was like, so they're all like Rafe and Gabi and Leo are all talking. He's sitting there reading about it online, and then at some point they're talking about it, and then Rafe's like, "Well, I think that's probably enough about it since you're on the jury and you're a witness." You know, like now we're going to be ethical.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, they had it.
it's kind of like the same paradox. It's like the same thing as when Salem University Hospital tries to do medicine. It's kind of the same thing with the law. What entertaining, but it just like wouldn't fly.
And why isn't Rafe called as a witness? He's got motive too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Like they said, the whole town pretty much does.
The whole time. Yeah. Just about everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't help Belle's case. So, I mean, EJ would have to call him up. Yeah. So, I guess we can go to the end of what happened. So, Belle played the rape card with Johnny and got him to admit that EJ raped his mother, and that's how he was conceived, and that's why he was upset and threatening to kill EJ. And then EJ retaliates by asking Johnny if he knows the relationship between Belle and EJ. He's like, yeah, you guys are seeing each other. You guys are dating. And then he asked for a mistrial, which, I mean, that was just so...
So he threw Belle under the bus. Again.
The thing is, I mean, yeah, that was his trump card, but at the same time, too, like, you knew you guys were sleeping together the whole time.
Yep.
So they're meeting at the Salem Inn, which I'm sorry, but everybody knows everybody there already. I mean,
Yep.
and then on top of that, they have cameras on all the surveillance cameras all over the place. And so these two of all people should know that if it ever got to an ethics issue, they could subpoena they could subpoena in fact, finding out that Belle is in this place right now, she moved in there because to be away from so that Sami and her mom could have time and there wouldn't be a bunch of conflict. But also very convenient. She also has booty call with the defense attorney.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if it ever came down to being disbarred or any kind of case like that, all they'd have to do is, I mean, both of them could be disbarred.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. The
For
judge said
behavior.
that.
So it's just
do it again.
dumb. It's like, can you just both hold off until you
Yeah.
open this trial?
And Belle should have realized what EJ was capable of. It's like, why is she shocked?
Because she's dumb.
I do.
And she went back to him twice now after he's like, I don't know.
So on
Gonna be
Friday,
a third
what
time?
happened? So on Friday, what happened? Is that when he called for the mistrial?
Yeah.
Yes. All that happened.
And the
Yes.
judge shot him down. And
Is she done? She's dumped. She's in it too. She's getting paid by somebody. I'm confused. She's just like, she's the most dispassionate, like, it's kind of like overturned, overruled, but it's like you just know she's crooked somewhere. No, anyway,
She kind of
she
told
would
him
have put a
off.
stop to this already. I mean,
She told them both off.
She told them both off
exactly.
on Friday. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
she did. Good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Because I need
She
to
got
see
tough on
that
Friday.
because I was wondering when she was going to lose her cool.
Yeah. That was like the worst miscarriage of justice there.
yes, and Belle dumps EJ
Oh, good.
right there in front of the judge.
For
for
the
now.
time. How
For
long
now.
is it gonna last?
He's going to come crawling back.
Is the trial still on, or did they call it mistrial? Okay.
No. She said it goes on.
Yep.
And she's keeping Belle. And,
I absolutely do not feel bad for Belle at all.
Nope.
Stupid. Yeah, no.
That's why we call her Dumb Belle.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That nickname. So anything else with the Johnny's trial? Well, coming up next week, Rachel's going to testify. The promo shows Belle is asking Marlena, or she says to Marlena, you know who did it, don't you? And a spoiler I read said that Marlena's going to hypnotize EJ again.
And I think he says something.
Yes. Oh, and Johnny fires EJ.
He didn't like he put him on the spot to say under oath what the relationship was between him and Belle. Johnny didn't see that coming.
Though he told him before, look, I'm going to be like an evil bastard today. You're just going to have to go with whatever I do because I'm trying to, create reasonable doubt.
Right.
And so you just need to trust me on this. So, of course, what does he do? Not trust him on that and fire him, I guess.
He hasn't fired him yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's coming next week.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we had the Tate storyline. Tate still wants to see the baby.
I love Tate. He makes me melt. He's really frustrated. He's really upset about this. I don't know. I find it touching.
He did see the baby.
Yeah, he just doesn't know
He
it.
actually saw his baby.
He
didn't know it.
Oh, no, that's right. Oh, yeah. Leo. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let him hold him.
He was very enamored with him, too. I noticed that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah.
And I don't know why I never thought of this until the Sarah and Brady stuff. Brady was talking about how Tate didn't get to see the baby, and there's Sarah knowing that.
Right.
And Sarah knows
where the baby is.
Yeah.
That dawned on me today, actually, watching this
Yeah.
stuff. It's like, I see this coming up. Yep. Somehow it's got to come to.
Oh,
sure.
If Sophia doesn't just spill it herself, because she, I
I
think
think Sophia goes to the dark side somehow.
Honestly, I've been suspicious that she's
It goes
the one
after
that shot.
Holly.
I swear I've thought, I like the character, I really do. And I feel for her. I've felt empathy for her. But I also kind of feel that she could have been the one to shoot EJ. I don't know.
yeah.
I've said that for a long time, and I'm probably wrong, but I've said that for months because she was so desperate she so desperately wanted Johnny and Chanel and for them to be able to have that planned out and ready to go and everything. And she thought that was going to happen. Her mom finally got on board, and then EJ ruined everything. And so I just thought in her mental state at that time, they could probably write it off as, even though they shouldn't when somebody tries to shoot somebody, they could have, it wouldn't necessarily box the character in if they wanted to keep her around, because they could just say she was insane, temporary insanity or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just, it's a soap, whatever. But I still felt like maybe she was so desperate and angry that she could have done it. But I don't know. I honestly don't have any basis to say that other than just that was my thought a long time ago. But I could be wrong. But
that's an interesting thought, and I didn't think of that. Yeah, I'm just hoping it comes to a close. Hoping next week we find out who actually did.
But I take it Melinda must have gave Brady the address because Brady was mailing a package for the baby to a P.O. box in Chicago. Because Sophia was all upset. Well, he wants to send, and he wants to see the baby and write a letter asking. So, of course, Melinda's probably going to write back and say, no, you can't see the baby. So,
well, Sophia was like, I don't know if I really can't keep this up. It's like she was, but every time Melinda's been like, no, you can do this. And I'm kind of like, is Melinda still trying to find a adoptive family for this baby? And she's hoping to get paid for that? Is that her?
No, she's doing pro bono.
Oh, that's right. But she's not talking about how she's still searching, which is kind of odd.
They're probably going to leave it with.
I think they're fine.
She feels just to leave it with Javi and.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That'll be an interesting.
Yeah. No, Gabi. No, I like the actress. I think she's doing a great job. Love the character Gabi, but she does not know how to seduce anybody.
No.
She's too aggressive.
Yes, she's too obvious.
Not subtle at all.
I'm Sagittarius. I'm the queen of obvious. I would be as bad as her. You have to kind of coax a guy to hit on you and make them think it was their idea to hit on you, even though you kind of subliminally, encouraged him. But she's grabbing him and touching him, taking him out to dinner and, trying to give him a bunch of wine. It's like you could find out what's going on between Xander and Philip without sleeping with Xander. She didn't have to do that at all. Nobody told her to sleep with anybody. So that kind of bugs me too. And it reminded me so much of when she was with Lee Shin, she was just flat out sleeping with him for Gabi Chic and all that, and for her own company. There was really no relationship there between the two of them. She didn't feel anything towards him. So it just feels like she's kind of doing the same thing with Xander, but she was just laying it on so thick. It was kind of gross and stupid.
Did they end up sleeping?
Why did you do that?
Did they end up sleeping together?
No,
not yet.
Not so far that we know of. No.
Yeah, his radar is way up. It's kind of hard to cheater kind of got thing. You know what I mean? Like he's usually a few steps ahead, from his own experience. So I hope he doesn't fall for that stupidity, I guess.
Yeah, they went to the only restaurant in town besides the Brady pub. They went to the bistro, and Sarah walks in with Brady, and what happened? Sarah walks in on Gabi and Xander kissing, because Gabi pretty much just laid one on them, and then Sarah and Brady sit down, and then Xander flipped out a bit because I think he saw Sarah kind of put her hand on Brady, and she was really just trying to console him a bit about the whole baby thing. And Xander goes over to the table and starts flipping out, and that's when Sarah kisses Brady. Yeah,
nothing like being used.
Trying to make each other jealous. Yeah.
Well, and he had that fantasy. He had that dream too at the beginning of the week, where he was having sex with her, and then wakes up and realizes he's alone. So he's still pining for her.
Yeah, and she is for him. They just
Uh-huh.
can't admit it to each other. That's all. Same old typical soap storyline right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she should try to get back together with him. I mean, unless he's got to. Well, first off, he's still lying about beating up Philip. He's unrepentant about it.
Right.
He's still kind of threatening to kill Philip. So, like, what would the point of getting back together? Because literally nothing would change between the two.
When's the anger management session supposed to start? That's what I'm.
Yeah, he hasn't seen Marlena yet.
Yeah, and the way he really flipped out on Sarah and Brady, I mean, yeah, obviously anger management, it's not working. Yeah, so. Oh, and the promos for next week, this is odd, and it kind of makes Gwen look stupid. Gwen tells Sarah that Gwen's going to end up with Xander, which is weird because Sarah just saw him kissing Gabi. Yep. So, well, I don't have anything else. Did you guys have anything else?
No, I don't.
No.
I think, was that all the story? That's all the story.
Yeah, I went through everything, and honestly, I'm like, wow, this was a thin week. I mean, there was some big stuff that happened, like the trial and Sami being on, and Tony and Anna finally having a scene together. But yeah, notes wise, I didn't have much. It was a bit of a rough week.
It was like a filler week.
Yeah.
There was some. I think I like the comedy around Julie. She's still so good. She's a super nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see her backing off on Kat and Chad, but it's like, but that's what I liked about Julie is she's kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very intimidating.
She's very intimidating.
So I don't want her to lose her edge. So, but I mean, even all right. So Chad got rid of one hater. Okay, that's fine. He neutralized Julie. Still, there's JJ. He's not happy. Jennifer's furious. So,
yeah.
You know, it's still not going to be smooth.
One more thing,
and Chad should be the one that's the most furious, and he's not.
When the elevator maintenance guy showed up, I was like, I mean, my eyes aren't that great right now, but I'm like, isn't that the skydiving dude?
Yeah.
Because I just love that guy. I was like, they need to have him in other roles or something. So when that was funny when he shows up to rescue them, and he's like, still doing the high, the danger or whatever. I don't remember how he said it. But I thought that was hilarious. I loved that. And I really like that actor. I think they should find ways to keep him on.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of charisma. He was stealing the scene because if it was anybody else, I wouldn't have noticed. But he was stealing the scene so much. I'm like, who the hell is that guy? And then when he talked to them and said something about them,
can we keep him?
What are the odds? Yeah. I'm like, yes, we need to find a role for this guy. I mean, he could be just the odd job guy that shows up for everything. I don't know. I don't care. I just love him.
And Julie clocked it too. Because Julie was saying all along, she thought that Chad, that Kat set this whole thing up. And it turns out the elevator repair guy is someone that Kat already knew. Yeah, Julie totally clocked that.
I didn't see that part. I guess I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and the weird thing was when they figured out they were in the elevator, Julie just goes right up to the elevator and starts talking to Chad. And I'm like, what the hell? How did...
Yeah.
And we heard Chad and Kat were screaming and yelling all night, and
nobody heard them.
Yeah, and nobody used that elevator all night.
Well, it had the out of order sign on it. Yeah.
Yeah, Bonnie Lockhart's lawsuit and her settlement should be huge with that hospital.
Yeah. Well, and they're acting like
wherever Bonnie's at.
It's not that big a deal. Well, Jack fake died in an elevator shaft, and Bonnie almost died in one. So it's not like it can't happen, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, on the show anyway, that it's not. I mean, they were saying, "Oh, how rare!" I was just waiting when somebody said how rare that was, how rare it would be for something like that to happen. I remember which character said that. I wanted to say somebody needs to come out with a list of all the people who've died by air, died or almost died by
elevator shaft.
But the thing of it is, I want to see Chad beat the crap out of EJ for not showing up,
Yep.
not getting somebody out there, and he's a dumb businessman if he doesn't realize that that's such a huge liability. Anyway, I don't know.
Especially in a hospital.
I know.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Dr. Drake Ramore, may he rest in peace, also fell down an elevator shaft on Friends.
Oh,
I forgot about
Okay.
that.
Days of Our Lives, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
No, my fiance and I were actually rewatching Friends, and it holds up really well. I know some people try to trash it online, saying, "Oh, it's not that funny." No, it's still funny. You know, all these years later, and
Yeah.
yeah, we're at the point where Joey was bragging to Soap Opera Digest that he writes his own scenes and dialogue and all that, and Patrick gets mad and kills him off. So
That
I
sounds
could never
familiar.
get into Friends.
Oh,
I
that's
loved
funny.
it. It was my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I watched it regularly back in the day. Yeah.
I didn't miss an episode.
It was part of like the Thursday night lineup on NBC. Remember that was must see TV.
Yep.
A
Thursday
Thursday
night
night lineup.
Yep. Yep. And then you had Seinfeld that night too. Yeah, that was a big night.
Me, I love Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I love that show. Big Bang
See,
Theory.
I've never watched a full episode of that, but the clips I've seen,
Oh my God,
Hilarious.
it's
it's
a
the
lot.
same. It's the same thing with both The Office and that one that I'm like, I've
I haven't
never
seen
Big
The
Bang
Office
Theory.
either.
I've
No, but I
never
heard it's
seen
really
like
good.
Yeah.
full episodes. I've just seen clips, and I keep saying to myself, both of
Gotta
those
watch it.
shows are really good, you know, and they lasted a long time, meaning Big Bang Theory and The Office. And I feel like I've practically seen, especially The Office, with all the clips that I've seen over the years. But I thought that's one that would be fun, you know. So I don't know. Someday maybe I don't know.
Whenever I try to find a GIF for my daily recap tweet, I'll just type in whatever like happened that day. There's always a GIF from The Office popping
Of
up.
course.
Sometimes I'll think of something like the trial scene. I'm like, oh, okay, and I remember, all right, let's do Jim Carrey from Liar Liar, because that was such an iconic courtroom
Yeah.
scene.
That was a
I
great
had
one.
that, but sometimes I would just type in whatever randomly happened today's episode, and The Office always pops up, SpongeBob pops up, and South Park. No matter.
Yeah.
You would think The Simpsons would show up more often because The Simpsons have been on since I was in high school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been getting that many Simpsons stuff. But yeah, those three shows always pop up first that have the best gifts that are, yeah. I take all, it doesn't look like it, but I actually do take some time to come up with these tweets. Just
They're
summarizing
cute.
it. Yeah, a little
The,
recap.
the pictures and stuff. I love it. Yeah.
And if anything else to add before we wrap it up.
This time, no. I think I'm done.
You made some good points, Anna. Well, I guess I'll be back in the courtroom next week too.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have a verdict.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
Take care,
All right.
everybody.
Good night.
Have a good rest of the weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.